Two households, both alike in dignity, in fair Verona, where we lay our scene, from ancient grudge break to new mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean. From forth the fatal loins of these two foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers stake for life, whose misadventured Piteus overthrows.
Deal with the death buried their parents' strife, the fearful passage of their death-marked love, and the continuance of their parents' rage, which but the children's end not could remove, is now the 2 hours traffic of our stage, the which if you with patient ears attend. What's yours and miss? Our tones will strive to mend.
Gregory, oh my word, will not carry cold.
No, for then we should be courtiers.
I mean, and we being colder, we'll draw.
Aye, while you live, draw your neck out of the collar.
I strike quickly, being moved.
But thou art not quickly moved to strike.
A dog of the house of Montague moved.
To move is to stare, and to be valiant is to stand. Therefore, if thou art moved, thou runst away.
A dog of that house shall move me to stand. I will take the wall of any manor made of Montagues.
That shows thee a weak knave, for the weakest goes to the wall.
True, and therefore women being the weaker vessels are ever thrust to the wall. Therefore we'll push Montague's men from the wall and thrust these maids to the wall.
But the quarrel is between our masters and us their men.
Pierced all one, I will show myself a tyrant. When I have fought with the men, I will be cruel with the maids and cut off their head.
The heads of the maids?
Aye, the heads of the maids, or their maiden heads. Take it in what sense thou wilt.
They must take it in sense that feel it.
Me? They shall feel while I am able to stand, and 'tis known I am a pretty piece of flesh.
'Tis where thou art not fish. If thou hadst been poor John, draw thy tool. Here comes two of the house of the Montagues.
My naked weapon is out. Quarrel, I will be back thee.
How? Turn thy back and run?
Fear me not.
No, Mary, I fear thee.
Let us take the law of our sides, and let them begin.
I will frown as I pass by, and let them take it as they list.
Nay, as they dare, I will bite my thumb at them, which is a disgrace to them if they bear it.
Do you bite your tomata, sir?
You bite my thumb, sir.
Do you bite your tomata, sir?
It's the law of our side if I say aye.
What? No.
No, sir. I do not bite my thumb at you, sir. But I bite my thumb, sir.
Do you quarrel, sir?
Quarrel, sir? No, sir.
If you do, sir, I am for you. I serve as a good man as you.
No better.
Well, sir,
Say better, and here comes one of my master's kinsmen.
yes, better, sir.
You lie!
Draw if you be men. Gregory, remember thy swashing blow.
Part fools! Put up your sword, you know not what you do.
What? Art thou drawn among these heartless hinds? Turn thee, Benvolio, look upon thy death.
I do, but keep the peace. Put up thy sword or manage it to mark these men with me.
What? Draw on and talk of peace? I hate the word as I hate hell. All Montagues in thee habit thee, coward!
Clubs, bells and peasants, strike, put them down! Down with the captain! Capulet! Deal with the Montagues!
What noise is this? Give me my long sword, you hoe!
A crutch! A crutch! Why call you for sword?
My sword, I say! Lord Montagu's come and flourishes his blade in spite of me.
Thou villain Capulet, hold me not, let me go.
Thou shalt not stir foot to seek a foe.
Rebellious subjects, enemies to peace, profaners of this neighbor staying still with the night here. What, ho? You men, you beasts, that quench the fire of your pernicious rage with purple fountains issuing from your veins. On pain of torture, from those bloody hands throw your mistempered weapons to the ground, and hear the sentence of removed prince. 3 civil brawls, bred of an airy word, by thee, old Capulet and Montague, have thrice disturbed the quiet of our streets, and made Verona's ancient citizens cast by their grave beseeming ornaments, to wield all partisans in hands as old, conquered with peace, to power to conquered hate. If ever you disturb our streets again, your lives shall pay for the forfeit of the peace. For this time, all the rest depart away. You, Capulet, shall go along with me, and Montague, come you this afternoon to know our further pleasure in this case. To all free town, I will come on judgment place. Once more, on pain of death, all men depart.
Who said this ancient quarrel you approach? Speak, nephew, were you by when it began?
Here were the servants of your adversary, and your close fighting airy-eyed approach. I just to part them in the instant came the fairy Tybalt, with his sword prepared which has breathed defiance to my ears. He sung about his head and cut the winds, who nothing hurt withal he said him in scorn. While we were interchanging thrusts and blows, came more and more fought and part, till the prince came who parted either part.
Oh, where is Romeo? Saw you him today? Right glad I am he was not at this fray.
Madam, an hour before the worship sun peered forth the golden window of the east. A troubled mind drave me walk to abroad, where underneath the grove of sycamore that westward rooted from the city's side. So early we walking did I saw sun. Towards him I made, but he was ware of me and still in the covert of the wood. I, measuring his affections by my own, that most are busy when they're most alone. Pursuing my humor, not pursuing his, and gladly shun who gladly fled from me.
Many a morning hath he there been seen, with tears augmenting the fresh morning dew, adding to clouds, more clouds with his deep sighs, but also soon as the all-cheering sun should in the furthest east begin to draw the shady curtains from Aurora's bed, away from light still saw my heavy son, and private in his chamber, pens himself, shuts up his window, locks far daylight out, and makes himself an artificial light. Black and portentous must this humor prove, unless good counsel be the cause.
My noble uncle, do you know the cause?
I neither know it nor can learn of him.
Have you importuned him by any means?
Both by myself and many other friends, but he, his own affections, counselor, is to himself. I will not say how to, but to himself, so secret and so close, so far from sounding and discovery, as is the bud beat with an envious worm, can spread his sweet leaves to the air, or dedicate his beauty to the sun, could we but learn from whence his sorrows were. We would as willingly give as cure as know.
See where he comes, so please you step aside. I'll know his grievance or be much denied.
I would thou wert so happy by thy stay, to hear true shrift. Come, madam, lates away.
Good morrow, cousin.
Is the day so young?
But you struck 9.
Ay me, sad hours seem so long. Was it my father that went hence so fast?
It was. What sadness lengthens Romeo's hours?
Not having that, which having makes them short.
In love?
Out.
Of love.
Out of her favor, where I'm in love.
Alas, that love so gentle in his view should be so tyrannous and rough in proof.
Whose view is muffled still. Should, without eyes, see pathways to his will. Where shall we dine? Oh me, what free was here? Yet tell me not, for I've heard it all. Here's much to do with hate, but more with love. Why, then a brawling love. Oh loving hate, oh anything of nothing first create. Oh heavy lightness, serious vanity, misshapen chaos of well-seeming forms. Feather of lead, bright smoke, cold fire, sick health. Still waking sleep, that is not what it is. This love feel I, that feel no love in this. Dost thou not laugh?
No, cause I rather weep.
Good heart, at what?
At thy good heart's oppression.
Why is such love's transgression? Griefs of mine own lie heavy in my breast, which thou wilt propagate, to have it pressed with more of thine. This love that thou hast shown doth add more grief to much of mine own. Love is a smoke wreathed with a fume of sighs, being purged, a fire sparkling in lover's eyes, being vexed to see nourished with lover's tears. What is it else? A madness most discreet, a choking gall and a preserving sweet. Farewell, my cause.
Soft, I will go along, and if you leave me so, you do me wrong.
Tut! I've lost myself. I'm not here. This is not Romeo. He's some otherwhere.
Tell me in sadness, who is that you love?
What? Shall I groan and tell thee?
Groan? Why? No! But sadly, tell me who.
Bid a sick man in sadness make his will. Ah, word ill urged to one that is so ill. In sadness, cousin, I do love a woman.
I aim so near when I suppose you love.
Well, in that hit you miss. She will not be hit with Cupid's arrow. She hath Dian's wit, and in strong proof of chastity, well armed from love's weak childish bow, she lives unharmed. She will not stage the siege of loving terms, nor bide the encounter of assailing eyes, nor ope her lap to saint seducing gold. Oh, she's rich in beauty, only poor, that when she dies with beauty, dies her store.
Then she hath sworn that she will still live chaste?
She hath, and in that sparing makes huge waste. For beauty starred with severity cuts from beauty from all posterity. She is too fair, too wise, wisely too fair, to merit bliss by making me despair. She hath forsworn to love, and in that vow do I live dead that live to tell it now.
Be ruled by me, forget to think of her.
Oh, teach me how I should forget to think.
By giving liberty unto thine eyes, examine other beauties.
'Tis the way to call her exquisite, in question more. And these happy masks that kiss fair ladies' brows big black put us in mind they hide the fair. He that is struck and blind cannot forget the precious treasure of his eyesight lost. Show me a mistress that is passing fair. What doth her beauty serve? But as a note where I may read, who passed that passing fair? Farewell, thou canst not teach me to forget.
I'll pay the doctrine or else die in debt.
Where's Pot Pan? Does he help not to take away? He shift a trencher, he scrape a trencher.
When good manners shall lie all in one or two men's hands, and then wash too, 'tis a foul thing.
Away with the joint stools, remove the cupboard, look to the plate. Good thou, save me a piece of marchpane. And as those lovest me, let the porter in, let in Susan, Grandstone and Nell, Anthony and Pot Pan.
Aye, boy, ready.
You are looked for and called for, asked for and sought for in the great chamber.
We cannot be here and there too, Cheerily, boys, be brisk a while, and the longer liver takes it all.
Welcome, gentlemen. Ladies that have your toes and played with corns will have a bat with you. My mistresses, which of you all will now deny to dance? She that makes statement, she I will swear hath corns. I might come near you now. Welcome, gentlemen. I've seen the day that I have worn a visor and could tell a whispering tale in a fair lady's ear, such as I would please. 'Tis gone, 'tis gone, 'tis gone. You are welcome, gentlemen. Come, musicians, play a hall. Give room and foot it, gals. More light, you knaves. Turn the tables up. Quench the fire. The room is grown too hot. Sinner. This unlooked for sport comes well. Nay, sit, nay, sit. Good cousin Capulet, for you and I are past our dancing days. How long is it now since last yourself and I wearing a mask?
Be a lady, 30 years.
What, woman? 'Tis not so much, 'tis not so much. 'Tis since the Duke doesn't do century. Come Pentecost as quickly as it will. Some 25 years, and then we masked.
'Tis more, 'tis more. His son is eldest, sir. His son is 30.
Will you tell me that? His son was but a ward 2 years ago.
Psst, what lady is that, which doth enrich the hand of yonder knight?
I know not, sir.
Oh, she doth teach the torches to burn bright. It seems she hangs upon the cheek of night like a rich jewel in an Ethiopia's ear. Beauty too rich for use, for earth too dear. So shows a snowy dove trooping with crows, as yonder lady o'er her fellow shows. The measure done, I'll watch her place of stand, and touching hers, make blessed my rude hand. Did my heart love till now? Forswear it, sight, for I ne'er saw true beauty till this night.
This, by his boys, should be a Montague. Fetch me my rapier, boy. What dares the slave come hither, covered with an antique face, to fleer and scorn at our solemnity? Now, by stock and honor of my kin, to strike him dead, I hold it not a sin.
Why? How now? Kinsman, wherefore storm you so?
Uncle, this is a Montague, our foe, a villain that is hither come in spite, to scorn at our solemnity this night.
That young Romeo, is it?
'Tis he, that villain Romeo.
Couldn't thee, gentle cause, let him alone. He bears him like a portly gentleman. And to say truth, Verona brags of him to be a virtuous and well-governed youth. I would not for the wealth of all the town here in my house do him disparagement. Therefore, be patient. Take no note of him. It is my will, the which if thou respect, show a fair present, and put off these frowns, an ill-beseeming semblance for the feast.
It fits. When such a villain is a guest, I'll not endure him.
He shall be endured. What, good lad boy? I say he shall go to. Am I the master here, or you? Go to. You will not endure him. God shall mend my soul. You'll make a mutiny among my guests. You'll set a cock a hoop. You'll be the man.
Why, uncle? 'Tis a shame.
Go to, go to. You are a saucy boy, is it so indeed? This trick may chance to scathe you. I know what. You must contrary me. Marry, 'tis time. Well said, my heart. You are a prin cox. Go, be quiet, or more light, more light. For shame, I'll make you quiet. What? Cheerly, my heart.
Patience perforce with willful shoulder. Meeting makes my flesh tremble in their different greeting. I will withdraw, but his intrusion shall now seeming sweet convert to bitter gall.
if I profane with my unworthiest hand this holy shrine, the gentle fine is this: my lips, two blushing pilgrims, ready stand to smooth that rough touch with a tender kiss.
Good pilgrim, you do wrong your hand too much. Which mannerly devotion shows in this? For saints have hands that pilgrims' hands do touch, and palm to palms in hallmark palmer's kiss.
Have not saints lips, and holy palmers too?
Aye, pilgrim, lips that they must use in prayer.
Oh, then, dear saint, let lips do what hands do. They pray, they grant, though less faith turn to despair.
Saints do not move, though grants for prayer's sake.
Then move not, while my crucifix I take. Thus from my lips, by yours, my sin is purged.
Then have my lips the sin that they have took.
Sin from thy lips? How trespass sweetly urged. Give me my sin again.
You kiss by the brook.
Madame, your mother craves a word with you.
What is her mother?
Mary, bachelor. Her mother is the lady of the house, and a good lady, and a wise and virtuous. I nursed her daughter, that you'd talk withal. He that can lay hold of her shall have the chinks.
Is she a Capulet? Oh, dear account, my life is my foe's debt.
Away begone, the sport is at the best.
Aye, so I fear, the more is my unrest.
Nay, gentlemen, prepare not to be gone. We have a trifling foolish banquet towards. Is it e'en so? Why then, I thank you all, I thank you. Honest gentlemen, good night. More torches here! Come on then, let's to bed. Ah, Sarah. By my fay, it waxes late. Ill to my rest.
Come hither, nurse. What is yon, gentleman?
The son and heir of old Tiberio.
What's he that now is going out of door?
Mary, that I think be young Petruchio.
He that follow there, that would not dance?
I know not.
Go ask his name if he be married. My grave is like to be my wedding bed.
He jest at scars that never felt a wound. But soft, what light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, kill the envious moon, who's already sick and pale with grief, that though her maid art fair more fair than she, be not her maid, since she is envious. Her vessel livery is but sick and green, none but fools do wear it. Cast it off. It is my lady. Oh, it is my love. Oh, that she knew that she were. She speaks yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eye discourses. I will answer it. I am too bold. 'Tis not to me she speaks. Two of the fair stars in all of thy heaven, having some business, do entreat her eyes to twinkle in their spheres till they return. What if her eyes were there? They in their head? The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars, as daylight doth a lamp. Her eyes in heaven would through the airy legion stream, so bright that birds would sing and think it were not night. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand. Oh, that I were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch her cheek.
Ay, me?
She speaks. Oh, she speaks again. Bright angel, for thou art as glorious to this night, being o'er my head, as is a winged messenger of heaven, unto the white upturned wandering eyes of mortals that fall back to gaze on him when he bestrides the lazy pacing sounds, sails upon the bosom of the air.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name, or if thou wilt not, but to sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more? Or shall I speak at this?
'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's a Montague? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet, so Romeo would. Were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection which he owes without the title. Doth thy name, and for that name which is no part of thee, take all myself.
I take thee at thy word. Call me but love, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth I never will be Romeo.
What man art thou that thus bescreen in night who stumblest on my counsel?
By a name I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself, because an enemy to thee. Had I it written, I would tear the word.
My ears have not yet drunk 100 words of the tongue's utterance, yet I know that the sound art thou not Romeo and not a Montague.
Neither, fair saint, if either thee dislike.
How camest thou hither? Tell me, and wherefore? The orchids well are high and hard to climb. And please this, considering who thou art, if any of my kinsmen find thee here.
With love's light wings did I overperch these walls, for stony limits cannot hold love out. And what love can do that dare love's attempt? Therefore thy kinsmen are no let to me.
If they do see thee, they will murder thee.
Alack, these lies more peril thine eye than 20 of their swords. Look thou but sweet, and I am proof against their enmity.
I would not for the world they saw thee here.
I have a knight's cloak to hide me from their sight, and but thou love me, let them find me here. My life would be better ended by their hate than death prorogued, wanting of thy love.
By whose direction foundst thou out of this place?
By love, who first did prompt me to inquire. He lent me counsel and lent him eyes. I am no pilot. Wert thou as far that vast shore washed with the farthest sea, I would adventure for such merchandise.
Thou know'st the mask of the night is on my face, else would a maiden blush bepaint my cheek, for that which thou hast heard me speak tonight. Fain would I dwell on foreign, fain, deny what I have spoke, but farewell compliment. Thus thou love me, I know thou wilt say aye, and I will take thy word yes, if thou swear that you may prove me false. At lovers prejuries then say, Hove love. Oh, gentle Romeo, if thou thus me pronounce it faithfully, or if thou thinks I am too quickly won, I'll frown and be perverse and say thee nigh, so those will woo, but else not for the word. In truth, fair Montague, I am too fond, and therefore thou mayst think my behavior light, but trust me, gentlemen, I'll prove more true than those that have cunning to be strange. I should have been more strange, I must confess, but that thou overheardst ere I was ware, my true love is passion. Therefore, pardon me, and not impute this yielding to light love, which the dark night hath so discovered.
Lady, by yonder blessed moon I swear, that tips with silver all these fruit tree tops.
Oh, swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon, that monthly changes in her circly orb. Let's say that thy love prove likewise variable.
What shall I swear by?
Do not swear at all, or, if thou wilt, swear by the gracious self, which in the God of my idolatry, and I'll believe thee.
If my heart's dear love.
Well, do not swear, although I enjoy in thee. I have no joy in this contrast tonight. It is too rash, too unadvanced, too sudden, too like the lightning, which thou seest to be ere one can say it lightens. Sweet, good night. This bud of love, by summer's ripening breath, may prove a beauteous flower what next we meet. Good night, good night. As sweet repose and rest comes to thy heart as day within my breast.
Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
The exchange of thy love's faithful foe for mine.
I gave thee mine before thou didn't request it, and yet I would it were to give it again.
Wouldst thou withdraw it? For what purpose, love?
But to be frank and give it thee again. And yet I wish but for the thing I have, my bounty as the boundless as the sea, my love as deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite. I hear some noise within. Dear love, adieu. Anon, good nurse. Sweet Monsiki, be true. Stay but a little. I will come again.
Oh, blessed night! I am afeard. Being in night, all this is but a dream. Too flattering sweet to be substantial.
Romeo, and good night indeed. If that day bent of love be honorable, thy purpose marriage, send me word tomorrow, by one that I'll procure to come on thee, where and what thou wilt perform on the right, and all of my fortune at thy foot I lay, and follow thee thy lord throughout the world.
Madam!
I come, Anon, but if thou meanst not well, I do beseech thee.
Madam!
By and by I come, to seize thy suit and leave me to my grief. Tomorrow will I send.
So thrive my soul.
1,000 nights good night.
1,000 times the worse to want thy light. Love goes toward love as schoolboys from their books, but love from love toward school with heavy looks.
Hist, Romeo, hist! Oh, for a falconer's voice to leer this tassel gentle back again. Bondage is hoarse and may not speak aloud, else would I tear the cave where echo lies, and make her airy tongue more hoarse than mine with repetition of my Romeo's name.
It is my soul that calls upon my name. How silver sweet sound lover's tongue by night, like softest music to attending ears.
Romeo, my dear, at what o'clock tomorrow shall I send to thee?
At the hour of 9.
I will not fail. 'Tis 20 years till then. I have forgot why I did call thee back.
Let me stand here till thou remember it.
I shall forget. To have thee still stand there, remembering how I love thee company.
And I'll still stay, to have thee still forgetting any other home but this.
'Tis almost morning. I would have thee gone, and yet no further than a wanton's bird, who let it hop a little from her hand, like a poor prisoner in his twisted gyves.
I would I were thy bird.
Sweet, so thy. Yet I should kill thee with such cherishing. Good night, parting in such tomorrow, that I shall say good night till it be morrow.
Sleep would dwell upon thine eyes, peace in thy breast. Would I were sleep and peace, so sweet to rest. Hence will I be to my ghostly father's cell. His help is to crave, my dear hap to tell.
I pray thee, good Mercutio, let's retire. The day is hot, the Capulets abroad, and if we meet, we shall not escape a brawl. For now, this hot days is the mud blood stirring.
You aren't like one of those fellows that when he enters the confines of a tavern, claps me a sword upon the table and says, God, send me no need of thee, and by the operation of the second cup draws in the drawer when indeed there is no need.
Am I like such a fellow?
Come, thou art as a hackjack in thy mood as any in Italy, and as soon moved to be moody, and as soon moody to be moved.
And what too?
Nay, and thou too such, we should have none shortly, for one would kill the other. Thou, why will quarrel with a man that had a hair more, or hair less, in his beard than thou hast thou quarrelled with a man for cracking nuts, having no other reason but because thou hast hazel eyes? What eye but such an eye would spy out such a quarrel? Thy head is as fond of quarrels as an egg is full of meat, and yet thy head had been beaten as idle as an egg for quarreling. thou hast quarrelled with a man for coughing in the street, because he hath waked thy dog that had lain asleep in the sun. Dost thou fall with a tailor for wearing his new doublet before Easter, with another for tying his new shoes with old ribbon, and yet thou wilt teach me from quarrelling?
And I was so apt to quarrel as thou art. Any man should buy the fee simple, my life, for an hour and a quarter.
Thee free simple, oh simple!
By my head, here comes the Capulets.
By my heel, I care not.
Follow me close, or I will speak to them. Gentlemen, good then, a word with one of you.
And but one word with one of us. Couple it with something. Make it a word and a blow.
You shall find me out enough to that, sir, and you will give me occasion?
Could you not take some occasion without giving?
Mercutio, thou consorts with Romeo?
Consort, what dost thou make us minstrels? And thou make us minstrels of us? Look to hear nothing but discord. Here's my fiddlestick. Hear what shall make you downs. Zounds, consort!
We talk here in the public haunt of men. Either withdraw unto some private place and reason cordially of your grievances, or else depart. Here all eyes gaze on us.
Men's eyes were made to look, and let them gaze. I will not budge for no man's pleasure. I.
Well, peace be with you, sir. Here comes my man.
I'll be hanged, sir, if he wear your livery. Marry, go before the field. He'll be your follower, your worship in that sense. I may call him man.
Romeo, the hate I bear thee can afford no better term than this. Thou art a villain.
Tybalt, the reason that I have to love thee doth much excuse the appertaining rage to such a greeting. Villain I may none, therefore farewell. I see thou know'st me not.
Boy, this shall not excuse the injuries that thou hast done me. Therefore, turn and draw.
I do protest, I never injured thee, but love thee better than thou canst devise. Till thou shalt know the reason of my love, and so, good Capulet, which name I tender as dearly as my own, be satisfied.
Oh come, this no all vile submission! Unless the cat carries it away! Tybalt, you rat catcher, will you walk?
What wouldst thou have with me?
Good king of cats, nothing but one of your 9 lives that I meant to make bold withal. And as you shall use me hereafter, dry beat the rest of the 8. Will you pluck your sword out of this pitcher by the ears? Make haste! Let's mace about your ears, ere it be out.
I am for you.
Gentle Mercutio, put thy rapier up.
Come, sir, your Bassano!
Beat down their weapons, gentlemen. For shame, forbear this outrage. Tybalt, Mercutio, the prince expressly hath forbidden bandying in Verona streets. Hold, Tybalt. Good Mercutio.
I am hurt. A plague about your houses. I am spent. Is he gone? And hath nothing?
What art thou hurt?
Hey, a scratch, Mary. 'Tis enough. Where is my page? Go, villain. Fetch a surgeon.
Courage, man. The hurt cannot be much.
'Tis not so deep as a well. Not so wide as church door. But 'tis enough. 'Twill serve. Ask me for tomorrow. And you shall find me a grave man. I am peppered. I warn for this world. A plague about your houses. Sounds. A dog, a rat, a mouse, a cat, a scratch, a man to death. A braggart, a rogue, a villain that fights by the book of Why the devil came you between us? I was hurt under your arm.
I thought all for the best.
Help me into some house, Benvolio. Or I shall faint. A plague about the houses. They have made worms meat of me. I have it, and suddenly to your houses!
This gentleman, the prince's near ally, my friend, hath got his mortal hurt in my behalf. My reputation stained with Tybalt's slander. Tybalt, then hour hath been my kinsman. O sweet Juliet, thy beauty hath made me effeminate, and in my temper softened valor's steel.
Oh Romeo, Romeo, brave Mercutius dead, that gallant spirit hath spied the clouds, which to timely here did scorn the earth.
This day's black fate on more days doth depend. This but begins the woe, others must end.
Here comes the furious Tybalt back again.
Alive in triumph, and Mercutio slain, away to heaven, respective lenity and fire-eyed fury be my conduct now. Now, Tybalt, take the villain back again, that late thou gavest me, for Mercutio's soul is but a little way above our heads, saying for thine to keep in company, either thou or I, or both, must go with him.
Thou wretched boy, that didst consort him here, shall with him hence.
This shall determine that.
Romeo, away begone! The citizens are up, and Tybalt slain. Stand not amazed, the prince will doom thy death. If thou art taken, hence begone away!
Oh, I am fortune's fool!
Why dost thou stay?
Which way he ran that Mercutio? Tybalt, that murderer! Which way ran he?
There lies that Tybalt.
Upsa, go with me. I touch thee in the prince's name. Obey!
Where are the foul beginners of this fray?
O noble prince, I can discover all the unlucky manage of this fatal brawl. There lies the man slain by young Romeo, that slew thy kinsman brave Mercutio.
Tybalt, my cousin, oh my brother's child, oh prince, cousin, husband, oh the blood is spilt. Oh my dear kinsman, prince as thou art true, for blood of ours, shed blood of Montagu. Oh cousin, cousin.
Benvolio, who began this bloody fray?
Tybalt here slain, whom Romeo's hand did slay. Romeo that spoke him fair bade him bethink how nice the quarrel was, and urged withal your high displeasure. All this uttered with gentle breath. Come look, knees humbly bowed. Could not take truce with the unruly spleen of Tybalt deaf to peace, but that he tilts with piercing steel at bold Mercutio's breast, who all has a heart turns deadly point to point, and with a martial scorn, with one hand beats cold death aside, and with the other sends it back to Tybalt, whose dexterity exhorts it. Romeo he cries aloud, hold friends apart! And swifter than his tongue, his agile arm beats down their fatal points, and twists them rushes, underneath whose harm an envious thrust from Tybalt hit the light of stark Mercutio, and then Tybalt fled. But by and by comes back to Romeo, who had but newly entertained revenge, and today go like lightning, for ere I could draw to part them, was that Tybalt slain, and as he fell, did Romeo turn and fly? This is the truth, or let Benvolio die.
He's a kinsman to the Montagu. Affection makes him false. He speaks not true. Some 20 of them fought in this black strife, and 20 those could but kill one life. I beg for justice. Prince must give. Romeo slew Tybalt. Romeo must not live.
Romeo slew him. He slew Mercutio, who now the price of his dear blood does owe.
Not Romeo, Prince. He was Mercutio's friend. His fault concludes, but what the law should end, the life of Tybalt.
And for that offense, immediately we do exile him hence. I have an interest in your hate proceeding. My blood for your rude brawls doth ally a bleeding. But I'll amerce you with so strong, I find that you shall all repent the loss of mine. I will be deaf to pleading and excuses. Nor tears, nor prayers shall purchase out abuses. Therefore use none. Let Romeo hence in haste, Else when he's found that ours is last, bear hence this body and attend our will. Mercy but murders, pardoning those that kill.
It is not yet near day, 'twas the nightingale, and not the lark that pierced the fearful hollow of thine ears. Nightly she sings on yon pomegranate tree. Believe me, love, it was the nightingale.
It was the lark, the herald of the morn. No nightingale. Look, love, what envious cheeks do lace the severing clouds in yonder east? Night's candles are burnt out, and jocund days stay tiptoe on the misty mountain tops. I must be gone and live, or stay and die.
Yon light is not daylight, I know it. It is some meteor that the sun exhales to be to thee this night a torch-bearer, and light thee on thy way to Mantua. Therefore stay yet, thou needst not to be gone.
Let me be ta'en, let me be put to death. I am content, so thou wilt have it so. I'll say yon grey is not the morning's eye, 'tis but the pale reflex of Cynthia's brow. 'Tis but the pale reflex of Cynthia's brow. Nor that is not the lark, whose notes do beat the vaulty heaven so high above our heads. I have more care to stay than will to go. Come, death, and welcome. Juliet wills it so. How is it, my soul? Let's talk. It is not day.
It is. Hie hence, be gone away. It is the lark that sings so out of tune, straightening harsh discords and unpleasing sharps. Some say the lark marks sweet division. This doth not so, for she divided us. Some say the lark and the loaded law. Some say the lark and the loaded toad changes eyes. Oh, now that I would they had changes voices too. Since arm from arm, that voice that us affray, hunting thee hence with hands up today.
More light and light, more dark and dark our woes.
Madame,
Nurse,
your lady mother is coming to your chamber. The day is broke. Be wary, look about.
then wind thou let day in, and let life out.
Farewell, farewell. One kiss and I'll descend.
Art thou gone so, love, Lord, I, husband, friend? I must hear from thee every day in the hour, for in a minute there are many days. Oh, by this count I shall be much in years ere I will again behold my Romeo.
Farewell. I will omit no opportunity that might convey my greetings, love, to thee.
Oh, thinkst thou we shall ever meet again?
I doubt it not, and all these woes shall serve for sweet discourses in our time to come.
I have an ill divining soul. Methinks I see thee, now thou art below, as one dead in the bottom of a tomb. Either my eyesight fails, or thou lookst pale.
And trust me, love, in my eyes so do you, thy sorrow drinks our blood. Adieu, adieu.
Fortune all men can call thee fickle. If thou art fickle, what dost thou with him? That is renowned for fate. Be fickle. Fortune for then I hope. Thou will not keep him long, but send him back.
Ho, daughter, are you up?
Who is that calls? Is it my lady mother? Is she not down so late, or up so early? What unaccustomed cause procures her hither?
Why, how now, Juliet?
Madam, I am not well.
Evermore weeping for your cousin's death? What? Wilt thou wash him from his grave with tears? As thou couldst not make him live. Therefore have done. Some grief shows much of love, but much of grief shows still some want of wit.
Let me weep for such a feeling loss.
To show you feel the loss, but not the friend which you weep for.
Feeling so the loss cannot choose but ever weep for a friend.
Well, girl, thou weeps not so much for his death, so that the villain lives which slaughtered him.
What villain, madame?
That same villain, Romeo.
Villain, and he be so many miles asunder? God pardon him! I do, with all my heart. And yet, no man like he that grieves my heart.
That is, because the traitor murderer lives.
Madam, from the reach of this my hand, would not but I might avenge my cousin's death.
We will have vengeance for it. Fear thou not, then weep no more. I'll send one in Mantua, where that same banished renegade doth live, shall give him such an accustomed dram, till he shall soon keep Cabot company. Then I hope thou will be satisfied.
Shall be satisfied with Romeo, till I behold him dead. Is my poor heart for a kinsman vexed? Madam, if you could find out but a man to bear a poison, I would temper it, that Romeo should, upon receipt thereof, soon sleep and quiet. Oh, how my heart abhor to hear him named, and cannot come for him. To wreck the love I bore my cousin upon his body that slaughtered him.
Find thou the means, and I'll find such a man. But now I tell thee joyful tidings, girl.
And joy comes well in such a needy time. What are they? I beseech your ladyship.
Well, well, hast a careful father, child, one who to put thee from thy heaviness hath sorted out of a sudden day of joy, that thou expectst not nor I look not for.
Madam, in happy time, what day is it?
Marry, my child, early next Thursday morn, the gallant, young and noble gentleman, the county Paris at St. Peter's Church, shall happily make thee a therefore joyful bride.
Now, by St. Peter Church and Peter too, he shall not make me there a joyful bride. I wonder at this haste, that I must whether he that should be husband comes to woo. I pray you, tell my lord and father, Madam, I will not marry yet, and when I do, I swear it shall be Romeo, whom you know my hate, rather than Paris. These are news indeed.
Here comes your father. Tell him so yourself, and see how will he take it at your hands.
The sun sets, the air doth drizzle dew, but for the sunset of my brother's son, it rains downright. How now, a conduit, girl? What, still in tears, evermore showering? In one little body thou counterfeits a bark, a sea, a wind, for still thy eyes, which I may call the sea, do ebb and flow with tears. The bark thy body is, sailing in the salt flood, the winds thy sighs, who, raging with thy tears, and they with them, without a sudden calm, will overset thy tempest-tossed body. How now, wife? Have you delivered to her our decree?
Eh, sir, but she will none, she gives you thanks.
Soft! Take me with you! Take me with you! Wife, how? Will she not? Doth she not give us thanks? Is she not proud? Does she not count her blessed? And worthy as she is, that we have brought so a worthy gentleman to be her bridegroom?
Not proud you have, but thankful that you have. Proud can I never be of what I hate, but thankful even for hate that is meant love.
How now, chop logic! What is this? Proud and thank you? And I thank you not? And yet not proud? Mistress Minion, you! Thank me no thankings, nor proud me no prouds, but fettle your fine joints against Thursday next, to go with Paris to St. Peter's Church, or I will drag thee on a hurdle thither out. You green sickness carrion! Out, you baggage, you tallow face!
Fear! What? Are you mad?
Good father, I beseech you on my knees. Hear me with patience, but to speak a word.
Thee, young baggage, disobedient wretch! I tell thee what, get thee to church on Thursday, or never after me looking in the face. Speak not, reply not, do not answer me. My fingers itch, wife. We scarce thought us blessed that God had lent us but this only child. But now I see this one is too much, and that we have a curse in having her. Out of her, Hilding!
God in heaven, bless her! You are to blame, my lord. to rate her so.
And why, my lady, was... Hold your tongue, good prudence. Smatter with your gossips and go.
I speak no treason.
Oh, God, you goddamn.
May not one speak?
Peace, you mumbling fool. Utter your gravity, oh, a gossip's bowl. For here we need it not.
You are too hot.
God's bread, it makes me mad. Day, night, hour, tide, time, work, play alone in company. Still my care has been to have her matched. And having now provided a gentleman of noble parentage, of fair diminuteness, youthful and nobly trained, stuffed as they say, with honorable pints, proportioned as once thought would wish a man. And then to have a wretched pooling fool, a whining mammoth in her fortune's tender, to answer, ill not wed, I cannot love, I'm too young, I pray you pardon me, but as you will not wed, I'll pardon you. Grace where you will, you shall not house with me. Look, think on it. I do not use to jest. Thursday is near. Lay hand on heart. Advise, and you be mine. I'll give you to my friend. And you be not. Hang, beg, starve, die in the streets. For by my soul, I'll ne'er acknowledge thee, nor what is mine shall never do thee good. Trust to it. Bethink you, I will not be forsworn.
Is there no pity sitting in the clouds that sees into the bottom of my grief? Oh, sweet my mother, cast me not away. Detain this marriage for a month, a week, or, if you do not, make the bridal bed in the dim monument where Tybalt lies.
Talk not to me, for I'll not speak a word. Do as thou wilt, for I have done with thee. Talk not to me, for I'll not speak a word. Do as thou wilt, for I have done with thee.
O God, O nurse, how shall this be prevented? My husband is on earth, my fate is in heaven. How shall that fate return again to earth, unless that husband sends to me from heaven by leaving earth? Comfort me, counsel me. Alack, alack, that heaven should practice judgments upon so soft a subject as myself. What sayst thou? Hast thou not a word of joy? Some comfort, nurse.
Here it is. Romeo is banished, and all the world to nothing, that he dares near come back to challenge you? Or if he do, it needs by stealth. Then, since the case so stands as it now doth, I think it best you married with the county. Oh, he's a lovely gentleman. Romeo's a dishcloth to him. An eagle, madame. Hat not so green, so quick, so fair an eye, as Paris' hat. Beshrew my very heart, I think you are happy in the second match, for it excels your first, or if it did not, your first is dead. Or twere as good he were, as living here, and you no use of him.
Speakest thou from thy heart?
And from my soul too, or else beshrew them both.
Amen.
What?
Well, thou hasn't comforted me marvelous much. Go in and tell my lady I am gone, having displeased my father, to Lawrencel to make confession and to be absolved.
Mary, I will, and this is wisely done.
O most wicked sin! It is more sin to wish me thus forsown, or to dispraise my Lord with the same tongue which hath praised him with above compare many thousand times. Go, counselor, thou and my bosom henceforth shall be twain. I'll to the friar. Know his remedy. If all else fails, myself have power to die. Aye, those attires are best, but gentle nurse, I pray thee, leave me to myself tonight, for I have need on so Leave me to myself tonight, for I have need of many orisons to move to the heavens to smile upon my state, which, well thou knowest, is cross and full of sin.
What? Are you busy, ho? Need you my help?
Madam, we have pulled such necessaries as are behovel for our state tomorrow. So please you, let me now be left alone, and let the nurse this night sit up with you, for I am sure you have your hands full all in this so sudden business.
Get thee to bed, and rest, for thou hast need.
Farewell. God knows when we shall meet again. I have a faint cold fear thrills through my veins that almost freezes up to the heat of life. I'll call them back again to comfort me. Nurse, what should she do here? My dismal sin, I needs must act alone. Come, Vile, what is this? Mixture do not work at all. Shall I be married then tomorrow morning? No, no, they shall forbid it. Lie thou there. What if it be a poison, which the friar Subtle had ministered to have me dead? Lest in this marriage he should have dishonored, because he married me before to Romeo. I fear it is, and yet methinks it should not, for he had still been fried to a holy man. What if I am late into the throne? I wake before the time that Romeo comes to redeem me. There's a fearful point. Shall I not, then, be stifled in the vault, to whose foul mouth no healthsome air breathes in, and there die, strangled ere my Romeo comes? Or, if I live, it is not very like the horrible consult of death and night, together with the terror of the place, as in a vault an ancient receptacle, where this many 100 years the bones of all my buried ancestors are packed, where bloody Tybalt, yet but green in earth, lies festering in his shroud, where, as they say, at some hours the night spirits resort. Alack, alack, is it not like that I, so early waking? What with loathsome smells, and shrieks like mandrakes torn up to the earth, and living mortals hearing them, run mad. Oh, if I wake, shall I not be distraught? Environed with all of these hideous fears, and madly play with my forefather's joint, and pluck the mangled Tybalt from his shroud, and, in this rage, with some great kingsman bone, as with a club, dash out my desperate brains? Oh, look! Methinks I see my cousin's goat seeking out Romeo, that did spit his body upon a rapier's point. Stay, Talbot, stay. Romeo, I come. This do I drink to thee.
If I may trust the flattering truth of sleep, my dreams presage some joyful news at hand. My bosom's lord sits lightly in his throne, and all this day an unaccustomed spirit lifts me above the ground with cheerful thoughts. I dreamed my lady came and found me dead. Strange dream that gives me a dead man leave to think, and breathed such life with kisses in my lips that I revived and was an emperor. Ah me, how sweet is love itself possessed, when but love's shadow are so rich in joy. News from Verona? How now, Balthasar? Dost thou not bring me letters from the friar? How doth my lady? Is my father well? How fares my Juliet? That I ask again, for nothing can be ill if she be well.
Then she is well, and nothing can be ill. Her body sleeps in Capel's monument, and her immortal part with angels lives. I saw her laid low in her kindred's vault, and presently took post to tell it to you. Oh, pardon me for bringing this ill news, since you did leave it for my office, sir.
Is it even so? Then I defy you, stars. Thou know'st me lodging, get me ink and paper, and hire me post hearses. I will hence tonight.
I do beseech you, sir. Have patience. Your looks are pale and wild, and do import some misadventure.
Tush! Thou art deceived. Leave me and do the thing I bid thee do. Hast thou no letters to me from the friar?
No, my good lord.
No matter. Get thee gone, and handle those horses. I'll be with thee straight. Well, Juliet, I will lie with thee tonight. Let's see for means, O mischief. Thou art swift to enter in the thoughts of desperate men. I do remember an apothecary, and hereabouts he dwells, which late I noted in tattered weeds, with overwhelming brows, culling of simples, meagre with his looks. Sharp misery had worn him to the bones, and his needy shop a tortoise hung, an alligator stuffed, and other skins of ill-shaped fishes. And about his shelves a beggarly account of empty boxes, green earthen pots, bladders and musty seeds, remnants of packthread and old cakes of roses, were thinly scattered to make up a show. Noting this penury, to myself I said, and if a man did need a poison now, whose sale is present death in Mantua, here lives a caitiff wretch who would sell it to him. Oh, this same thought did but forerun my need, and this same needy man must sell it me. As I remember, this should be the house. Being holiday, the beggar's shop is shut. What ho! Apothecary! How oft when men are at the point of death that they have been merry, which their keepers call a lightning before death. Oh, how may I call this a lightning? Oh, my love, oh, my life, death that hath sucked me the honey of thy breath, hath had no power yet upon thy beauty. Thou art not conquered beauty's insight, yet is crimson in thy lips and in thy cheeks. And death's pale flag is not advanced there. Tybalt, lies thou there in thy bloody sheet. Oh, what more favor can I do to thee, than with that hand cut thy youth in twain to sunder his that was thine enemy? Forgive me, cousin. Ah, dear Juliet, why art thou yet so fair? Shall I believe the unsubstantial death is a Morris, that the lean abhorred monster keeps thee here in the dark to be his paramour? For fear of that, I still will stay with thee, and never from this palace of dim night depart again. Here will I remain with worms that are thy chambermaids. Oh, here will I set up everlasting rest, and shake the yoke of inauspicious stars from this world wearied fresh. Eyes, look your last. Arms, take your last embrace. And lips, oh, you the doors of breath, seal with the righteous kiss a dateless bargain to engrossing death. Come, bitter conduct, come, unsavory guide, thou desperate pilot, now at once run on the dashing rocks thy seasick weary bark. Here's to my love. Oh, true apothecary, thy drugs are quick. Thus with a kiss, die.
Saint Francis, be my speed! How oft of the night have my old feet stumbled at graves? Who's there?
Here's one, my friend, and one that knows you well.
Bliss be upon you! Tell me, good my friend, what torch is yon that vainly lends his light to Grubbs' eyeless skulls? As I discern it, it burneth in the Capel's monument.
It doth so, holy sir, and there's my master, one that you love.
Who is it?
Romeo.
How long hath he been there?
Full half an hour.
Go with me to the vault.
I dare not, sir. My master knows not, but I am gone hence. And fearfully did menace me with death, if I did stay to look on his intents.
Stay then, I'll go alone. Fear comes upon me. How much I fear some ill unlucky thing.
As I did sleep under this yew tree here, I dreamt my master and another fought, and that my master slew him.
Romeo! Alack, alack! What blood is this? What stains the stony entrance of the spectacle? What means this masterless and gory sorcery like this colored by this place of peace? Romeo! Oh, pale! Worse! Paris too? And steeped in blood? Oh, what an unkind hour is guilty of this lamentable chance! The lady steers!
Oh, comfortable friar, where is my lord? I do remember well where I should be, and there I am. Where is my Romeo?
I hear some noise. Lady, come from the nest of death, contagion, and unnatural sleep. A greater power that we can contradict hath thwarted our intents. Come away! Thy husband in thy bosom here lies dead, and Paris too! Come, I'll dispose of thee among a sisterhood of holy nuns. Stay not to question, for the watch is coming. Come, go, good Juliet! I dare no longer stay.
Go, get thee hence, for I will not away. What's here? A cup, close in my true love's hand. Poison, I see, hath been his timeless end. Oh, Charles, drink all, and left no friendly drop to help me after. I will kiss thy lips. Haply some poison yet, thought hang on them to make die with the restorative. There rust, and let me die.